Show, Coach. Obviously, we'd love to see it come out our way, but man, the growth of the team and the things that we saw on the field today there were some great plays out there for the team and a lot to keep building on.
Well, we're going to keep building. We're going to keep growing and developing. And as coaches and players, I mean, it's a broken record. We keep talking about it. Obviously, the guys' attitudes that you just talked to, they're still in it, right? They're still fighting. Guys are upset. Guys, I mean, we're all not where we want to be and where we expected to be. So we're just going to keep battling and getting after it. We're back here next week. I told them, you're back here next week. You see a Midland team that I think might be better than the team that we just played. So we got to figure some things out. We certainly didn't get off the bus as well as I think we all thought we were. The guys were pretty loose, and not in a bad way. They were just loose and kind of ready to go. I think our linemen's mentality was really good offensively, but Dow came out and just ran it right down our throat, and just kept boom, boom, boom on that first series. So, after that, there's a couple things I don't know if I've ever seen in football. Them punting, and it just happens to hit the hand of our guy on a shank. I mean, we would have got the ball on their 40 or 35. Next thing you know, they got a first down on that situation. So, you got to play through that. There were a few, probably some bad calls here and there on our offense and defense and special teams part. Our kids got to execute, and that's what we're going to hammer away on.
Coach, I really liked the intensity of the offense in the second half. Came out opening up some holes, being able to run it, and sustain some drives and punch it in the end zone. And we've been struggling to do that this year, but the team really responded in that second half, and it looked like it found more of a groove per se.
Yeah, I think in the first half there were a few plays that we were able to move the ball and we fizzle out. It's very obvious in this day and age. Offense is kind of the poster child, right? Like that's what you're looking at. And
right.
We haven't put many points on the board, and tonight we got 3 touchdowns, but we got to figure something out. We kind of have an identity, but at times we lose that identity, and that's what's stopping us. So, we'll keep working as coaches and our players, working with them just to continue to get better because it's there. We have some really good kids. I thought Kelsey in the first half, he pulled a few balls on a few of our reads. That was excellent, but then all of a sudden we get a breakdown on pass protection with guys open and we're losing yardage. So, it's those things, 1 step forward, 2 steps back at times. I agree with you. The second half, I think we came out with a little nastiness, but we didn't sustain it. And, I thought if we could have sustained that through the third and fourth quarter, we would have been really, really close. Obviously here at the end, our 2-minute kind of checking the ball around. Our receiver stepped up, caught the ball. Kelsey obviously put the ball in the right spots. Protection was pretty good. And we're going to have to build off those things. Yeah,
and the defense got a couple of key turnovers late when you knew you needed the ball back because you're down a couple of scores. They did exactly that.
Yeah, it's I hate to say it, there's nothing that they did that we didn't prepare or talk to the kids about. We got to go out and execute. So the kids got to execute, the coaches got to execute. I've got to execute. Obviously, my name's at the top of the list, so I've got to make sure that everyone's doing what we're supposed to be doing to come out and get a W next week. This is not a good feeling. I don't know that I've ever been in a position of losing 4 games in a row. As a coach, head coach, assistant coach, don't like it. I know our kids don't like it, and that's what's gonna drive us for the next week.
Well, Coach, always appreciate your time in the post-game show. We're looking forward to coming right back down here next Friday night to take on the Chemics of Midland. Like you said, a very good football team.
Yeah, very good football team. We played them in the past. Last year, obviously, in the big house, we beat them, with a punt return for a touchdown in that second half. They were in the sun, kind of faded, so I got to imagine they want to get one back on us. Obviously, seeing where we're at right now, 1-4, they're probably licking their chops to get after us and bury us a little bit. So, a little bit more momentum for us. Obviously, it's another go-around, the exact same trip that we did this week. My hope is we get off the bus and the outcome's a little bit different.
Yeah. Coach Greg Vaughan, again, appreciate everything here during the post-game show and being gracious with your time. We'll see you next Friday night right here.
All right, thanks, guys. We are
Titans.